All right. Hello, and welcome to Triviamatic's Happy Hour. Today is May 13th, and we are here with about an hour of trivia for you today. Let me just set up a window so I can see your chat. If you are currently logged in with YouTube, you can utilize the chat function. So if you have any questions for me or would like to chat with other players, that is how you do so. Make sure you log in with YouTube in order to do that. If you are new with us, welcome. There are a few things you need to know in order to play. First of all, you need to download the Triviamatic app. So go onto the App Store or wherever you get your apps and download the Triviamatic app. So same spelling as the channel you are now watching. Download that, and once you get all set up, you should see either a happy hour button or a place to put in a code. Today's code is 714178. I will put that in the chat. 714178. And I wrote it down today in case you want to see it. 714178. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. You should be seeing History Mystery, and it should say May 13th. So if you have that happy hour button, go ahead and click it. If not, that is the code that you need, 714178. Again, for our beginners or newcomers, or if you're new-ish to us, here are a few things you need to remember about playing. This is through the app of Triviamatic. We are doing a beta testing, so if there are a few kinks in the road tonight, that is why. You guys are helping us work out all of our, helping us make it work. I'm Kim Roth. I didn't tell you my name. Nope, that side. That's my name right there. I am usually an actor, but as this situation is prolonged, I am delving into the trivia world again, and I'm here every Wednesday. So if you have not seen my face before, that is why. Welcome to our Wednesday trivia. Make sure you are hitting that Triviamatic button and seeing the history mystery. A few more things about how to play. It is timed, so all of these questions, at least for round one, are multiple choice. You will see multiple answers. The quicker you answer the question, the more points you get. So make sure you're answering as quick as possible, but also make sure you're answering accurately. You will see your scores after every answer is given, and I think that's about it. So if we are all ready to go, let's get this show on the road. So as you see on your screen, it should say History Mystery. It's May 13th. And here are 8 questions about historical events that have occurred on May 13th of years gone by. So again, this is a multiple choice round. Hopefully you guys are ready to play. Here is question number 1. All right, question number 1. Gran Colombia shrunk a bit on this day in 1830 as what westernmost South American country on the equator became an independent republic? Was that Ecuador, Suriname, Peru, or Chile? Once again, Gran Colombia shrunk a bit on this day in 1830 as what westernmost South American country on the equator became an independent republic? Was that Ecuador, Suriname, Peru, or Chile? Just so you know, all of these answers are randomized, so if you notice that, oh, the first answer is always correct, that's not the case. It's just how it happens to be randomized. So make sure that you are, also if you're playing with someone at home, make sure you're not looking at their screen to see which one they're clicking, because that's not going to help you. So the answer to question number 1 is Ecuador. Ecuador is the answer. The equator cuts through 3 South American countries, Brazil, Ecuador, and Colombia. So that is your answer, and here are your scores. Looks like we've got about 15 teams playing tonight, so off to a great start. Here we go. Question number 2. Happy birthday to Tony Watson, better known as what stage name that propelled single Dance Monkey to number 1 in over 30 countries? Once again, happy birthday to Tony Watson, better known by what stage name that propelled the single Dance Monkey to number 1 in over 30 countries? Was that Sia, Tones and I, Lord, or Tones and Tail? You tell me. Happy birthday to Tony Watson, better known by what stage name that propelled single Dance Monkey to number 1 in over 30 countries? Is that Sia, Tones and I, Lord, or Tones and Tail? As this is a happy hour, we are happy to see if you are indulging in a beverage tonight. Today I am just drinking water because I'm dehydrated today. So, cheers. All right, the answer to that question is Tones and I. Tones and I. Bing Crosby's version of White Christmas held Australia's record for most weeks at number 1 until Dance Monkey came along. The more you know. All right. Rascally Trash, you just jumped to first. Very exciting. It's anybody's game. On to question 3. On this day in 1955, Ben Carlin became the first and so far only person to circumnavigate the globe in what kind of vehicle? Was that spherical, underground, origami, or amphibious? Once again, on this day in 1958, Ben Carlin became the first and so far only person to circumnavigate the globe in what kind of vehicle? Was that spherical, underground, origami, or amphibious? I'd like to see any and all of these happen. Wrong flavor text in the app. Pedal powered still hasn't happened. Oh, well, now's your chance, Richard. You can do it. You've got the time. But wear a mask. All right, the answer is amphibious. Amphibious. Carlin took 10 years to complete the journey in an amphibious Jeep called the Half Safe. Ooh, that's confidence-inducing, right? Yikes. Okie dokie, moving on to question number 4. Halfway through our round 1. Question number 4. Karachi to Kotri's line opened up on this day in 1861, the first railway route in what modern country that was then part of British India? Again, Karachi to Kotri's line opened up on this day in 1861, the first railway route in what modern country that was then part of the British India? Was that Pakistan, Afghanistan, Thailand, or Bangladesh? Pakistan, Afghanistan, Thailand, or Bangladesh? I'm not quite sure who is on our Triviamatic chat today. Usually it's John, sometimes others are joining us, but he is the one monitoring all of the I'm working on it, Richard. All of the app stuff. All right, the answer to that is Pakistan. Pakistan. Karachi is Pakistan's largest city. It's known as the city of Quaid, which unnecessarily excites Total Recall fans. Oh, Roth Rents, you jumped to first. Steve the Mac guy, you're in second there. Very exciting. I love seeing some movement in these scores. Number 5, moving on, The Pajama Game made its Broadway premiere on this day in 1954, propelling what tango about a raunchy Midwest dive up the Billboard chart? Dive up the Billboard charts. Was that Love Shack, LaGrange's, Sugar Shack, or Hernando's Hideaway? Once again, number 5, The Pajama Game made its Broadway premiere on this day in 1954, propelling what tango about a raunchy Midwest dive up the Billboard charts? Was that Love Shack, LaGrange, Sugar Shack, or Hernando's Hideaway? Again, I'm sorry if I butcher any of these pronunciations. I am doing my best, but feel free to correct me in the chat. Open to criticism. Constructive criticism. All right. The answer to question number 5 is Hernando's Hideaway. Hernando's Hideaway. It became a nickname for a smoking room at Britain's House of Commons. Fun fact. So, look at that. On to your scores. Oh, I'm the Lorax. Just jumped into second. And crossword D's in third. Very exciting. Very exciting. Richard, you're in 6th. Love seeing your name there. All right, on to question number 6. Songs in the Key of Life and Inner Visions. For some reason, I was reading that with, nerve in the middle of it. Gonna start over. Songs in the Key of Life and Inner Visions won 2/3 of the Album of the Year Grammy Award, picked up in the 70s by what Motown legend celebrating a birthday today? Was that Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, or Smokey Robinson? I'll try that again. Songs in the Key of Life and Inner Visions won 2/3 of the Album of the Year Grammy Awards, picked up in the 70s by what Motown legend celebrating a birthday today? That was a little better, right? Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, or Smokey Robinson? Who was it? All wonderful, wonderful artists. I wish I could play their music while we're doing this, but copyright issues, you know what I mean? All right, the answer to question number 6 of round 1 is Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder Wonder was also the first Motown artist to win an Academy Award for Best Song, so that's cool. Love that. Alright, moving on to question number 7. On a single track about 1/3 of a mile long, what inventor ran the first test of his electric railway on this day in 1880 in Menlo Park, New Jersey? Was that Alexander Graham Bell, George Pullman, Nikola Tesla, or Thomas Edison? Once again, on a single track about 1/3 of a mile long, what inventor ran the first test of his electric railway on this day in 1880 in Menlo Park, New Jersey? Was that Alexander Graham Bell, George Pullman, Nikola Tesla, or Thomas Edison? That's actually not too far from where I am currently. Good old Menlo Park. I remember seeing, I think, a monument or something dedicated to this inventor when I was a child. Don't remember what it looked like, but I remember going there. Ah, hey, West Orange. I'm in Westfield. I used to work in West Orange. All right, the answer is Thomas Edison, as you New Jerseyans probably knew. Edison's first entrepreneurial venture was a railroad-centric newspaper called the Grand Trunk Herald. All right, not much shifting in the top 10 at least, but I'm sure there is a little bit of movement down below. On to question number 8. On this day in 1862, a Southern slave and steamship pilot quietly stole the CSS Planter and piloted its crew to safety from which Confederate state where the first Civil War battle happened? Was that Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, or Alabama? Oh, Keith, I didn't know you were a Seton Hall alum. We used to go to Seton Hall games all the time. Once again, on this day in 1862, a Southern slave and steamship pilot quietly stole the CSS Planter and piloted its crew to safety from which Confederate state where the first Civil War battle happened? Was that Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, or Alabama? Grand Funk Rail Herald. Did I say it wrong? Oh, instead of drunk. That's funny, Richard. Sometimes I don't see the chat. I'll mention it in a second. Okay, the answer is South Carolina. Pilot Robert Smalls served as a ship captain for the Union. After the war, he authored legislation for the first free and compulsory public school in the U.S. What a guy, what a guy. All right, to end round 1, here are your scores. We've got Rothrenz in first, I'm Lorax in second, and Crossword Ease in third, but only 2 points behind I'm the Lorax. So let's see what happens going into round 2. Can't be beat. Get it? Beat. Boiled or steamed, shredded or pickled, the vegetable known as Beta vulgaris can't be beat. Though they're beets. I love beets, man. Beets are great. Again, this is a multiple choice round, so it works exactly the same as before. I don't know why Richard is yelling, John! But I'm hoping it's for the puns because I love these puns. All right. Question number 1 for round 2, can't be beat, which is B-E-E-T, not B-E-A-T. Number 1, the cavity in your chest and the dozen vertebrae in the same area go by what word that comes from the Greek for breastplate? The cavity in your chest and the dozen vertebrae in the same area go by what word that came from the Greek for breastplate? Is it... These are the wrong answers, I think. Oh no, I'm just asking the wrong question, because I'm dumb. Double-sided the questions. So, number 1. Oh, guys, we're doing great. Although there are also cabbage-based white and sorrel-based green versions, beets give what your Eastern European soup dish its familiar red color? Is it gazpacho, borscht, mulligatawny, or avgolemono? For a second I was like, okay, the question's not not Beats related, and the answers aren't Beat related. Sorry, y'all. Okay, the answer is borscht. Borscht is often served with a type of sour cream called smetana, or smetana. Smetana? Smetana. Alright. Sorry to trip you guys up. The app's in beta. I'm also in beta, so sorry, John. The app's in beta. Yeah, it's definitely the app, not me. Human error doesn't exist, actually. But a lot of you got that right anyway, so party on, trivia players. I am in beta. I've been in beta for 24 years. Alright, question number 2. The Beat Queen, which I hope that someone calls me that one day, because I want that nickname. The Beat Queen is the second novel by what National Book Award winning Ojibwa author of Love, Medicine, and the Plague of Doves? Hope I said that right. Louise Erdrich, Yumpa Lahiri, Ann Tyler, or Mary Lynn Robinson? Y'all, I'm not even drinking. That's the worst part. I'm trying my best. Once again, The Beat Queen is the second novel by what National Book Award winning Ojibwe author of The Love, Medicine, and the Plague of Doves? Is that Louise Erdrich, Yumpa Lahiri, Ann Tyler, or Mary Lynn Robinson? Who is it? Once again, sorry for butchering these, but hopefully it's given you some entertainment. Alright, the answer is Louise Erdrich. Erdrich's latest novel, The Night Watchman, was published in 2020. Keith, yes, drinking leads to thinking. Drinking water leads to thinking, so I'm working. I did think of having a glass of wine. I'm regretting not having one. Maybe later. Alright. Look at these scores. Ooh, that was kind of a tough one for you guys. But, notable correct answers. Rothrenz and Nahama? Rascally, Trathcorn, Keith, JMH in the top 10. All you guys got it right, so rock on. Alright, question number 3. Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. What actor portrayed beet farming paper salesman Dwight Schrute on the American version of The Office? Was that Ed Helms, BJ Novak, John Krasinski, or Rainn Wilson? Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. What actor portrayed beet farming paper salesman Dwight Schrute on the American version of The Office? Was that Ed Helms, BJ Novak, John Krasinski, or Rainn Wilson? Nachama. Oh, with a like chala. Nahama. Nice to meet you, Nahama. Alright. Now I want to rewatch The Office, you know? I heard that, I just read somewhere that people with anxiety like to rewatch shows all the time because they're not anxious about how it's going to end. So that brought to light why I like to rewatch everything. Alright. Answer is Rainn Wilson. Good old Rainn. 2 N's. Rainn Wilson first auditioned for the role of Michael Scott that ultimately went to Steve Carell. I was hosting a round filled with French names and words yesterday, and I'm now banned from going to France. Zut alors is correct, or zut alors, as you might have said. Okay. Alright, I'm usually not pointing out that people got answers wrong, but since it's my parents, how could you get that wrong? Come on, guys. Anyway, moving on. Question number 4. The Beats, whose signature hit was the song titled Killer Tofu, were the favorite band of the titular character on what classic Nickelodeon cartoon? Was it Doug, Hey Arnold, Rocko's Modern Life, or SpongeBob SquarePants? Question number 4 again, because I can't speak English. The Beats, whose signature hit was a song titled Killer Tofu, were the favorite band of the titular character on what classic Nickelodeon cartoon? Was that Doug, Hey Arnold, Rocko's Modern Life, or SpongeBob SquarePants? I do appreciate you showing restraint, Keith. I understand the urge. But you were correct. There was going to be an answer or question regarding Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica. All right, the answer is Doug! Doug! Much of the music from Doug was created using mouth sounds by voice actor Fred Newman. Fred Newman. Now I want to rewatch all, Nickelodeon cartoons. Okay, moving on. Ooh! Keith, I think you just popped into 4th, actually. I think you were below that before. And the song Bangin' on a Trash Can from Doug was a hit for the Houston Astros the past 3 years. The more you know. Huh. Okay, moving on to question number 5. Scientists recommend beet juice to help with what health risk you might encounter on a trip to La Paz, Bolivia, Kathmandu, Nepal, or Santa Fe, New Mexico? Is that altitude sickness, traveler's diarrhea, snow blindness, or jet lag? Question number 5 again. Scientists recommend beet juice to help with what health risk you might encounter on a trip to La Paz, Bolivia, Kathmandu, Nepal, or Santa Fe, New Mexico? Is that altitude sickness, traveler's diarrhea, snow blindness, or jet lag? All of which are horrible problems to have. But I'd drink beet juice. You get it, Laura? Classic. Classic. Although the 68 was generated for them. There's no significance to that number. All right. The answer is altitude sickness. The nitric oxide in beet juice helps distribute oxygen in the blood, which helps defeat the altitude sickness you might feel in these far from sea level world cities. Who knew? You guys did, apparently, because a lot of you got that right. Most of you got that right. Congratulations. All right, on to question number 6, more than halfway through round 2. Which vegetarian meat substitute is known for using beet juice to imitate the sensation of bleeding meat? Is that Boca Burger, Garden Burger, Impossible Burger, or Beyond Burger? You know when you say a word too many times and it doesn't sound like a word? You're like burger, 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 burger. It's not a word anymore. All right, I'm just going to ask the question. Guys, we've been in quarantine for too long. All right, question number 6. Which vegetarian meat substitute is known for using beet juice to imitate the sensation of bleeding meat? Is that Boca Burger, Garden Burger, Impossible Burger, or Beyond Burger? I've had all of these, and at least 2 aren't bad. Hey, that's a compliment. Are any of them vegan, or are they just vegetarian? Vegetarian. All right. The answer is Beyond Burger. Beyond Meat products are available at chains like Dunkin' Donuts, Del Taco, Subway, and Hardee's. Burger. Hamburger. That's a Pink Panther reference. Okie dokie. We've got some pretty solid top 10 going on, but Famdamily, you guys just hopped into 7. Love to see it. Nahama, I think you were in 6 before, so moving around. All right, 2 more questions for round 2. Question number 7. Much of the beet crop produced throughout the world is used not for the edible beetroot itself, but to produce what culinary staple? Is that salt, honey, sugar, or vinegar? Question number 7, again, much of the beet crop produced throughout the world is used not for the edible beetroot itself, but to produce what culinary staple? Is that salt, honey, sugar, or vinegar? I just thought about like putting all of those ingredients in a bowl and mixing them together. And like salt, honey, sugar, okay, maybe. And then you throw in the vinegar and that just makes it nasty. I think I was thinking of that because we just made our first homemade bread this past week, as well as our first homemade pizza, like with homemade dough. It went pretty well though. No vinegar involved in that. All right, the answer is sugar. Sugar beet production pales in comparison to sugar cane, which is the world's largest crop by quantity, at nearly 2 billion metric tons a year. It's a good amount. It's a lot. It's a lot of sugar. All right, Nahama going into 4th. Whoop whoop. Okie dokes. Our final question of round 2. Eat your beets. They're good for you. Beetroot is rich in folate, which, like thiamine, riboflavin, and biotin, are varieties of what vitamin? Or vitamin? Is it vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, or vitamin B? Eat your beets, they're good for you. Beetroot is rich in folate, which, like thiamine, riboflavin, and biotin, are varieties of what vitamin? Is it vitamin A, B, C, or D? Dun-dun-dun. Now I really want beets. I'm kind of mad at you, John. Where are my beets? It's okay. It's alright. I can survive without the beets. Or can I? Guys, I think I'm going insane. I've been locked inside for far too long. I need to see people again. Alright, the answer is vitamin B. Vitamin B. Folate is also known as vitamin B9. It's not malignant, it's B9. This is why I don't write the answers or questions. Alrighty, here are your scores going into round 3. I think I'm having a breakdown. Okay, Rothrenz, you're still in first, even though you got that office question wrong. With 600 points. Rascally Trash, you're in second. I'm Lorax in third. Nahama in fourth. Corin Keith in fifth. Fam Damley in sixth. Richard Sue in seventh, only a point behind them. Crossbirdies in eighth. JMH in ninth. And KAMHC242, you are in 10th. Alright, moving on to round 3. I've heard that as bingo call. Heard what is a bingo call? What did I say? I don't remember what I said. Oh, B9. Classic. Alright. Round 3. You know question number 1 because I read it already. But infinite chest. Puff out your chest and be proud once you've answered these 8 pumped up questions about chests. This is a multiple choice round again. I'm going to use the paper that is correct this time. Alright, let's go. Question number 1. The cavity in your chest and the dozen vertebrae in the same area go by what word that comes from the Greek for breastplate? Is it beats, 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 or beats? Is it thoracic, sacral? We have a little issue with our answers. One of those should be cervical. So there's 2 thoracics there, but one of them should be cervical. But that's all right. We love a good glitch. That's what betas are for, you know? I messed up before. Now the app messes up. I did it first so they wouldn't be embarrassed, you know? You know how it is. So it should be thoracic, sacral, cervical, and lumbar. But, I can't wait until the responses. It does even out, right? All right. The answer is, shocker, thoracic. Greek thorax also means cuirass? Sioras, maybe? And corselet, which frankly sounds delicious. I don't know if I agree with that one, but I'll give it to you. Oh, they chose the other thoracic. It's a rough life. All right. Oh, that was a tough one. Yeah, that hit you guys hard because I think a bunch of you chose the wrong thoracic. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could help you out, but you guys are helping us out by being here, so thank you. And it's thoracic, so know that you got it right. All right, question number 2. Lou Reed's song Andy's Chest was a tribute to Andy Warhol, whose art graced what Reed-fronted band's debut album? Was that Suicide, The Velvet Underground, The 13th Floor Elevators, or Television? All right, number 2 again. Lou Reed's song Andy's Chest was a tribute to Andy Warhol, whose art graced what Reed-fronted band's debut album? Was that Suicide, The Velvet Underground, The 13th Floor Elevators, or Television? Which one? Oh, John did an observation that looks like most of all the top tier picked the wrong one, so the bottom tier gave a boost, so we love it. Evening out the wealth here. You want your entry fee back, Grace? Well, sorry, it's free, so. Alright, the answer is The Velvet Underground. Andy's Chest was was partly about a scar Warhol had after surviving an assassination attempt. Wow, that's dark. Moving on. Alright, looking at those scores. Not much movement in the top 10, but I see Game Show Craig is here. Hello, Game Show Craig. Some returning names I see. Very exciting. Alright, moving on to question number 3. The subtitle, Dead Man's Chest, was a dead giveaway that what nautical guy of folklore would show up in the second installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? Was that Peter Tork, Davy Jones, Flying Dutchman, or Mocha Dick? What a nickname. Question number 3. The subtitle, Dead Man's Chest, was a dead giveaway that what nautical guy of folklore... Man, I'm losing it. Folklore would show up in the second installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Is that Peter Tork, Davy Jones, Flying Dutchman, or Mocha Dick? Oh, y'all, I need to see people soon. You know when you just kind of get giggly and it doesn't stop? This is an opportune time for that. But I'm glad that I could share it with all of you. Alright, the answer for that is Davy Jones. Davy Jones is lacquer. Davy Jones. Bill Nye's awesome tentacle face helped the movie score a visual effects Oscar. I did like that movie. It was pretty good. Also, if you're looking for some entertainment, and you have the giggles like I do, go to YouTube, where you are now, and search I've Got a Jar of Dirt. It is a remix video made of Jack Sparrow holding the heart in the jar saying, I've got a jar of dirt. It was funny in middle school. Alright, moving on. Oh, your scores are pretty close, you guys. This is very exciting. Maybe there will be some shifting in the next question. Question number 4. On D-Day, a silver cigarette case stopped a bullet to James Doohan's chest. Doohan's chest, bringing him one step closer to what role on the original Star Trek TV series? Was that Scotty, Chekhov, Spock, or McCoy? On D-Day, a silver cigarette case stopped a bullet to James Doohan's chest, bringing him one step closer to what role on the original Star Trek TV series? Was that Scotty, Chekhov, Spock, or McCoy? I think my giggles are gone. We're doing well. Fun fact, I had never seen Star Trek The Next Generation, and I just watched Picard with my family, and I was like, oh, that was pretty good. I liked that. And then they were like, but you didn't know who these people were. And I was like, I knew of them. So then we started watching Next Generation. I didn't love the first few episodes, but I've heard they're a little different than the rest of the season, so I gotta give it another shot. Anyway, you didn't ask. So the answer is Scotty! Good old Scotty. Oh, we're getting a little spinning wheel here. Don't know if you guys can see the score, but I can't. So the answers were not Uhura, Red Shirt Security Dude, or Tribble, but it was Scotty. And I think maybe you guys got it right. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We'll see. But in case it doesn't come, Doohan stormed Juno Beach at Normandy with the Canadian Army. He also served as a pilot, so now you know. I think I'm just gonna hit forward. There we go. There's your scores. Very exciting stuff. All right, I'm Lorax. You're only 5 points behind Nahama, but Nahama, you're in third now, so that's exciting. Oh, and Game Show Craig, you've broke the top 10. All right, moving on to question number 5. A pot of manna, Aaron's rod, and the 10 Commandments. That's the loot, which what Old Testament book describes as locked in the Ark of the Covenant? A pot of manna, Aaron's rod, and the 10 Commandments. That's the loot, which what Old Testament book describes as locked in the Ark of the Covenant? Is that Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus, or Genesis? Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus, or Genesis? Genesis the book, not Genesis the band. And Deuteronomy the book, not Deuteronomy the cat. I don't know references for the other two, so. Alrighty, the answer for number 5 is Exodus. Exodus. Moses was the architect of the ark. Get it? If I could slap my knee right now. Classic, John. Classic. Alright, here are your scores. Oh, we got some shifting, I think. There was shifting, or just people answered really quickly. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, moving on to question number 6. Dennis Rodman's problematic chest features a tattoo of what kind of horned animal facing off? Bulls, unicorns, rhinos, or rams? I'm going to read this with the proper plurality. Dennis Rodman's problematic chest features a tattoo of what kind of horned animals facing off? Is that bulls, unicorns, rhinos, or rams? Rhinos or rams? Bulls or unicorns? What is it? And does anybody have a tattoo involving any of those animals? Because I'm just curious. I just want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? I want to know if you have animal tattoos. Alright, the answer is bulls. Bulls. Rodman having 2 angry unicorns on his chest isn't far-fetched. But he was a bull after all. Alrighty. Look at those scores. Look at those scores. Moving on to question number 7. A tributary of the western Susquehanna. It starts in an Allegheny Township valley. In which state would you guess you'd find Chest Creek once you knew those two things? Once again, a tributary of the western Susquehanna. It starts in an Allegheny Township valley. In which state would you guess you'd find Chest Creek once you knew those two things? Is it Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, or Oklahoma? Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, or Oklahoma? Oklahoma. Where the wind... I get tired of myself, so I'm sorry if you're tired of me too. All right, the answer is not Oklahoma. It is Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Closer to Punxsutawney than Pittsburgh, Chest Creek still manages to be close to something with the name a third of the rivers of Three Rivers Stadium's fame. That I think I just had a stroke. One more time. Closer to Punxsutawney than Pittsburgh, Chest Creek still manages to be close to something with the name a third of the rivers of Three Rivers Stadium fame. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm glad you were also humming that, Keith. That makes me happy. Moving on to question number 8, our final question of whatever round we're on, 3? Yeah, I think this is 3. Question number 8. Professional baritone John Chest put his big lungs to work as Nick Carraway in John Harbison's 1999 opera adaptation of what great American novel? I have to sneeze. Was that Moby Dick, The Great Gatsby, A Farewell to Arms, or Old Man in the Sea? I don't want to sneeze. Okay, once again, professional baritone John Chest put his big lungs to work as Nick Carraway in John Harbison's 1999 opera adaptation of what great American novel? Was that Moby Dick, The Great Gatsby, A Farewell to Arms, or Old Man in the Sea? I used to think that it was Old Man in the Sea. I've still never read it, but I know that it's and now. We like to learn here. That's what trivia is all about, right? All right, the answer is The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby. Raised in South Carolina and only 34, Chest is one of the most renowned opera baritones in the world. Good for him. Okay, moving on. Here are your scores. I'll give you the top 3. I'll give you top 5. Roth Rents, you are at 936. Rascally Trash, 813. Corn Keith at 784. I'm Lorik, 779. Only 3 points behind them. Fam Damily. Nahama, I lied, we're doing all 10. 767. Richard Sue, 757. Only 2 points behind you is Crossword Ease. JMH with 673. And a lovely, whatever you call it when numbers flip, Trivia with No Pants On, you're at 637. All right, moving on to round 4. Final round. Let's go. Pick 3. If you have not been with us before, listen up because it's a little different. So this round, instead of asking questions, we'll give you a category, and you must select 3 things on that screen that fit the category. So you'll receive full points for 3 correct answers, half points for 2 correct answers, and no points for just 1 correct answer. If you select 3, you will get 1 correct, because math is great. There will be 5 options. You pick 3. So what 3 things belong in the following sets? All right? Are you ready? You better be. Let's go. Nabisco brand cookies. Oreos, Nutter Butter, Milanos, Biscoff, Nilla wafers. Which of those are Nabisco brand cookies? Oreos, Nutter Butter, Milanos, Biscoff, or Nilla wafers? Guys, I'm almost done with my first glass of water. Huzzah! Hydration station, what's your nation? That was just bad. It's just bad. All right, that timer's ticking down. Hopefully you have clicked 3 of those 5. Hopefully they are correct. The answers are Nilla wafers, Oreos, and Nutter Butter. The Oreo cookie was developed in 1912 at Nabisco's factory, located where Chelsea Market is today. So, that's kind of cool. All right, moving on, here are your scores. Wow, you guys know your cookies. Number 2, guest stars on the U.S. version of The Office. Hopefully you guys have seen The Office, because there's 2 questions today. Amy Adams, Idris Elba, Jason Segel, Yeah, sorry, that's Elba, not Elb. Jason Segel, not Segal. Olivia Munn and Rashida Jones, who have been guest stars on the U.S. version of The Office. Amy Adams, Idris Elba, Jason Segel, Olivia Munn, and Rashida Jones. Who guest starred on The Office? Who? I need to talk to people again. Alright, the answer is Rashida Jones, Idris Elba, and Amy Adams. Ricky Gervais, who played the Michael Scott character in the UK version of the series, also made an appearance, as well as other guest stars. Herkaderky. Moving on to question number 3. Chinese companies. TikTok, Samsung, Tencent, Spotify, Alibaba. TikTok, Samsung, Tencent, Spotify, Alibaba. Which of those are Chinese companies? And guys, don't worry. I have a second glass of water in the exact same cup. Yeah, I'm gonna watch The Office tonight, I feel like. I was gonna watch Fox and the Hound because when I was walking my foster dog today, I was gonna say my dog, but he's not my dog. We saw a fox in the woods. It was very cool. I want a pet fox. Because they're kind of in between a dog and a cat, you know? Alright, and they make really cute noises. Anyway, Chinese companies, that is TikTok, Alibaba, and Tencent. Samsung is based in South Korea, and was founded in 1938. Yes, foster pup, he's the best. His name is Loco, and he's so cute. We're going, though, on Friday to possibly meet his potential adoptive family, so we may be saying goodbye to Loco soon, but he's great. Okay, question number 4. Standard U.S. paper sizes. Post-it note, 1 by 1. Legal, 8.5 by 14. Letter, 8.5 by 11. Newspaper, 22 by 12. Tabloid, 11 by 17. Which of those are standard U.S. paper sizes? I do not know the answer to this question. I know 2. I know I would get half credit, unless I guessed. And then maybe I'd get full credit. But I mean, if you know 2, then you've got a 1 in 3 shot of getting the third one. So, not bad odds. I would have gotten it wrong. I just read the answer. Alright, the answer is letter, legal, which I knew, and tabloid, which I'd never heard of. In the 1997 film Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, the titular dup claim... Titular dup? Duo. I was like, dup. The titular duo claims to have invented Post-it notes. Who did invent Post-it notes? Oh, I am the Lorax. You just hopped into second. Very exciting. All right, question number 5. My dad will like this question. Question number 5, types of knots. Types of knots. Steer loop, figure 8, timber hitch, tumbleweed, and sheepshank. Steer loop, figure 8, timber hitch, tumbleweed, and sheepshank. Which of those are types of knots? The reason I said he would like that is that he's a Boy Scout. He's an Eagle Scout and was a leader, so he had to teach a lot of knots. Plus, I do my own stream, as you see over here, tomorrow night, Thursday nights, and no spoilers, but the theme round is to be or not to be. So, it's about knots. How topical. All right, The answer is figure 8, timber hitch, and sheepshank. An overhand knot is what's often used to tie thin cords like those found on packages. The more you know. Alrighty. Oh, Roth Rents, you broke 1,000. That's exciting. You probably did it a while ago because I wasn't paying attention. Famdamly, you are only 4 points behind Nahama, so... Oh, and Richard Sue, you're only 3 points behind Famdamly, so... It's anybody's game. Question number 6. Love this one, John. You're doing great. Toilet paper brands. Sherman, Downy, Bounty, Angel Soft, Cottonelle. Once again, how very topical, because you've probably changed your brand recently, maybe, because of shortages. So, Charmin, Downy, Bounty, Angel Soft, and Cottonelle. Gotta have fast fingers. For knots, I'm guessing? Why do you need fast fingers? To answer these questions? To get the right toilet paper? I was gonna say you guys should write what your favorite toilet paper brand is, but then you might give away the answers, so. But now I'm gonna tell you the answers anyway. Charmin, Cottonelle, or Angel Soft. Those were 3 of the 5 options, and those were the correct ones. Before he was replaced by anthropomorphic bears, Mr. Whipple, a fictional supermarket manager, was the spokesman for Charmin. There you go. To be fair, in a pinch, Bounty. I love when they show, like, grabbing it and just, like, using a bread knife to, like, cut it in half. Classic. Whipple was a creepy mofo. I don't even, like, how would he not be, you know? Okay. Wow! Everybody got that right. Everybody, like, fully right. Good job, guys. Alright, question number 7. Rascally Trash, I know you'll like this one. Question number 7 is movies directed by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan. There's Contact, Arrival, Interstellar, Inception, and Memento. Contact, Arrival, Interstellar, Inception, and Memento. Which of those were directed by Christopher Nolan? I say that because Rascally Trash is my boyfriend, and he went to school for film. So, directors are kind of his thing. And I never know who directed things, so he always tells me, which is great. And he just turned 30 on Monday, so give him a happy birthday. All right. Movies directed by Christopher Nolan. Dun, 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 dun. That is Interstellar, Inception, and Memento. Christopher often collaborates with his brother Jonathan, who's a co-creator of the HBO show Westworld. Or Westworld, as most people say it. Westworld. I only watched season 1 of Westworld, and I think there's like 3 seasons now, so I gotta get back on that train. That's a good show. Alright, looking at these scores. Top 5 are now breaking 1,000. Very exciting. Moving on to our final question of round 4, but don't you think about leaving yet. We have an extra bonus question at the end. So it's the end of round 4, but there's a bonus question, so don't leave. Alright, question number 8. Jesuit colleges. Vassar College, Georgetown University, Fordham University, Boston College, or University of Washington, St. Louis. Louis. I like saying St. Louis. It just sounds better. Vassar College, Georgetown University, Fordham University, Boston College, or University of Washington in St. Louis. It's just a formal Louis. Like, St. Louis is a fun place to go. St. Louis is like, who's this Louis guy, you know? I mean, we know who he is, but... Oh, is it Washington University, not University of Washington? Is that a Typo. Alrighty. The answers are Fordham University, Georgetown University, and Boston College. Boston College. Jesuits are an order of Roman Catholic priests focused on education. Pope Francis is the first Jesuit pope. So that's fun. All right, here are your scores going into the final question. I'm going to give you top 15, I think, because I feel like it. Rothran's here at 1210. I'm Lorax in 1087. 7 points behind them. Corn Keith. Rascally Trash, you are at 1049. Only 5 points behind you is Richard Sue. Nahama in 6 with 1010. Only a point behind you is Famdamily. Crossword Ease, you have 949. JMH 898. Trivia with no pants on 854. In 11th, Cam HC 242. 12th, Game Show Craig, Burke B in 13th, Ice Pirate in 14th, and Dave's not here, but you are in 15th. All right, here is your final question. If you don't know how this works, here you go. I'ma tell you. So this is the final question of the night. It consists of 5 clues that get progressively easier. So the faster you answer, the more points you get. But guess carefully, because once you've typed in and submitted your answer, you're locked into whatever points are left on the timer. So if your answer is correct, you receive those points, and if your answer is incorrect, you receive no points. So it's kind of an all or nothing deal. As John is typing in the chat, spelling does count for the most part. It is not case sensitive. Do not put a space before or after your answer, and all 5 hints point to the same answer. So if you're like, oh, but that hint doesn't make sense for what I wrote, that's probably because it wasn't right. But if you're like, oh, I wanted to answer all of the hints, it's one answer. That's the best I can give you. All 5 hints point to one answer. Yes, take your time with this. I know it is speed counts, but it's better to be late than incorrect, because it's better to get some points than none. So, quickly but correctly is locked in. Do that. All right. Today's question is a what am I? So, here we go. You can answer this with a single word, just so you know. All right. Here we go. Oh, I'm like nervous for you guys. Okay. Everybody breathe in and breathe out. Here we go. Clue number 1. On May 18th, 2014, a video that lit up the internet was posted by actor Tyrese Gibson that seemed to confirm my sale to Apple. What am I? Question number 1 again. On May 8th, 2014, a video that lit up the internet was posted by actor Tyrese Gibson that seemed to confirm my sale to Apple. Again, if you don't know it yet, don't worry, there are more hints coming. Here you go. Here's hint number 2. Around 2008, I began popping up in almost every Interscope music video. I also adorned LeBron James and his U.S. teammates at the Beijing Olympics. Both Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga got versions named after them. What am I? Again, hint number 2. Around 2008, I began popping up in almost every Interscope music video. I also adorned LeBron James and his U.S. teammates at the Beijing Olympics. Both Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga got versions named after them. What am I? Still don't know it? Don't worry, more hints coming. Hint number 3 coming your way. Apple bought me in 2014 for $3 billion. If you need help spelling my 5-letter name, just look at me. I typically feature a stylized letter B. Once again, Apple bought me in 2014 for $3 billion. If you need help spelling my 5-letter name, just look at me. I typically feature a stylized letter B. That is hint number 3. Moving on to hint number 4. According to Jimmy Iovine, the genesis for me came when Iovine was walking along the Pacific Ocean with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre told Iovine that he wanted to start a shoe line, and he even had an offer from a major brand, F Sneakers. Iovine told him, "Let's sell speakers." Iovine, thank you. Once again, hint 4, according to Jimmy Iovine, the genesis for me came from when Iovine was walking along the Pacific Ocean with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre told Iovine that he wanted to start a shoe line, and he even had an offer from a major brand. Fudge Sneakers, Iovine told him, "Let's sell speakers." Hint number 5. I am a headphone and speaker company known for its pronounced bass response. I am widely regarded as the first headphones designed for hip-hop. My portable speaker is called the Pill. What am I? Once again, I am a headphone and speaker company known for its pronounced bass response. I am widely regarded as the first headphones designed for hip-hop. My portable speaker is called the Pill. What am I? All right, that is your final hint for Answer Fast. I'll give you a few more seconds to get your answers in, and then I will give you the answer. All right, ready? Here we go. The answer is Beats. Beats debuted during the Great Recession of 2008 at a sticker price of $3.50 a pair. In case you were wondering, we did also accept Beats. Beats by Dr. Dre, Beats by Dre, Beats Electronics LLC, Beats Headphones. So, if you were close enough, that's what we accepted. All right, here are your scores. Roth Rents, you have won tonight at 14,024 points. Then we've got Corn Keith at 1364 in second, and Rascally Trash in third at 1334. Congratulations for the night. Well done. Because you all showed up, I'm just going to say all your names because why not? Richard Sue, I am the Lorax, Famdamily, Nakama, JMH, Trivia with No Pants On, Game Show Craig, Crossword Ease, Ice Pirate, Burke Beeb, Dave's Not Here, KMHC 242, Slippery Slope, Nicole Doe 8, Carolyn Hecht, Steve the Mac Guy, Beefaroni and Cheese, Chinefsky, and Matthew Armstrong. Thank you guys for coming out tonight and playing with Triviamatic Happy Hour. We are here every night at 8 on this YouTube channel using our app. If you liked what you saw today, please feel free to send something to my Venmo. I am an unemployed actor, so this is all for you. And if you feel like sending something my way, that would be wonderful. Just what you would spend on a drink in a bar, since there are no bars currently. Also, if you liked what you saw, feel free to like my page, Kim's Quarantine Quizzes, on Facebook. I host every Thursday night at 8, so tomorrow at 8 on Twitch. Right there. Feel free to give me a follow there. And I also stream on Sundays at noon. So for all of you trivia hosts who don't exactly get to play all the time, feel free to join us on Sundays at noon or tomorrow at 8 Thursdays. So I hope you all enjoyed our stream today. But yes, tomorrow Craig will be your host. So feel free to tune in. I will not be here, but Craig will. So, Beats by Dre was your final answer for tonight. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you have a good night. Stay safe and stay sane. Bye.